Hey guys, this is day 9 of teaching Python. Previously, we completed Python lists. Today, we will do one part of Python tuples, from Python tuples all the way to loop tuples. So, Python tuples. Tuples are basically like lists, but the thing is, they don't have square parentheses and they have normal parentheses. And another difference is that they are unchangeable. So previously in list, what we could do, we could change banana into cherry and in the list itself, right? So we can make banana into like another apple or another cherry or like something completely different like pineapple in my tuple itself. But in this one, you cannot. So, for example, this is a tuple, okay? It's just going to use normal parentheses, and you write strings inside and separate them with commas. Okay, tuple items can have indexes and others ordered. When we say that tuples are ordered, it means the items have a definite order, and the order will not change. Unchangeable means we cannot change, add, or remove items after the tuple has been created. Okay, allow duplicates. Since tuples are indexed, they can have items the same value. So, over here, apple, banana, cherry, apple, cherry. So this is fine since they are indexed. Okay? So tuple length, you can find the tuple length by doing first making a tuple, then writing print len for length and this tuple. So inside parentheses, okay? So when you do this, it will say what is the length. Okay, so it will say 3 since there are 3 characters inside this, 3 strings. Okay? Create tuple with one item. So this will work and this will not. Can you tell me why? The answer is because of this comma. There is no comma over here. That's why it will not do it. But over here, it does have a comma. So that's why it's fine. Okay? That's why this is a tuple since it has a comma to separate. But this is a string since it doesn't have a comma and it has quotations. Okay, tuple data types. So they can have all, just like lists. They can have strings, they can have integers, they can have boolean. Okay, and of course you can put them all together. Okay, so the class, it will say class tuple. So yeah, just like this, it will say class tuple, just like how we normally see stuff. Instead of tuple, before we saw lists, string, integer, boolean. So it's just going to say tuple like that, okay? So tuple constructor. So it's also possible to use the tuple with parentheses constructor to make a tuple. So yeah, you can also use this, okay? So you have to do parentheses open, put your thing in, and then do it. So you can do this, but it's not really required. You can just do it the same, just like this, okay? No need to do all of that. You can if you want. Another way of doing it, okay? Access tuple to items. So over here, as we know, they always start from 0 if you want to like do slicing or something. So this is how we used to do slicing. So now we're doing it with basically tuples. So over here, 1, we know that the first one is always 0, second one is 1. So it's just going to print banana. Okay, you're just telling it what part to print and what to not. Okay. As we know, -1 refers to the last item. -2 is the second item. So over here, it doesn't start from -0 since that's not really a thing. The back always is -1. So it'll say, so -1 is cherry since it's the back. Okay? And slicing, see, as we know, it starts from 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So remember, the last one it never does. It never counts the last one. So it'll just say cherry, orange, kiwi. And that's it. Okay? Remember the first item is 0. Note that it doesn't include the 5th position. Okay? And we know if we do not put any number in front of the colon before, then it will just do everything until that. So number 4. So let's get number 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Kiwi. So it won't include kiwi, and it will just give us all this. Okay? All that, not kiwi. And it doesn't give anything behind kiwi since it says before 4, okay? After 2, so 0, 1, 2. When we do this, it will give all of it. It doesn't matter even if this is the end. And of course, it'll include 2. So it'll do cherry, orange, kiwi, melon, mango. So, melon, mango. Okay? So, range of negative index. So of course, it will just do it like that. So, -1, -2, -3, -4. But still, -4 will be included, but -1 will not be. Okay? So it'll give us a banana, cherry, orange. Realize how it's not giving us from the back, but from the front. Okay? It'll give us banana, cherry, orange, not orange, cherry, banana. Okay? So, yeah. It won't give us that stuff, but it will do it like this. Okay? So this was not the -1. This was -1. So that's why it got wrong. So yeah. So 3 over here. So cherry, orange, kiwi, and melon. Okay. Cherry, orange, kiwi, melon. It'll give us like this. Okay. Cherry, orange, kiwi. Cherry, orange, kiwi. What? Oh, -1, -2, -3, -4. So -4. So that's why, okay? So it only gives us 3 over there. And if it exists, you can say apple in this tuple and print yes, apple in tuple. So like you're just saying that if it's inside the tuple that you made, print this. Okay? Update tuples. So you can update tuples, but what did I say before? Tuples are unchangeable. But the thing you can do, you can make it another list, exactly the same. So over here it says y equals to list x. Okay? It says list x. List. Okay, so you converted the tuple into a list to be able to change it, okay? And you can change it from y. You cannot change it from x, okay? So yeah, you change the one character to kiwi. So apple, banana, cherry. So this is number 1. So change that to kiwi. Apple, kiwi, cherry. Same with over here. Over here, what is it saying though? It made it a list, I agree, but what is it saying over here? Append. What does the append function do? It adds something to the end of the list or tuple. And always the end. It doesn't remove anything. So it'll say apple, banana, cherry, orange. Apple, banana, cherry, orange. And what does the plus equals to mean? That means it will just add that, okay? It's just going to add the thing to the end. So it's basically like append, but different ways of writing it. Okay. Remove apple. What does the remove function do? It just removes it. So it will completely remove apple from the list. Sorry, from the tuple. And it will just write banana, cherry, and that's it. Just banana, cherry. And del. Del also works since del is short for delete. So delete this tuple. So this tuple is the entire tuple. But if we print this tuple, how are we going to print something that is deleted? That's why it's going to give us an error. Okay? Unpack tuples. So you can unpack tuples like this. You're saying that the first one is named green, yellow being banana, red being cherry. And if you print it like this, then it will do first one, second one, third one. So just like another way of writing it, but it's just showing you what unpacking a tuple is. Okay? It's still going to give you the same, but it's just showing you how you can like sort them. Say the first one is the first one over here, second one is second one here, third one is third one over here. But realize how they're all vertical and not side by side, like this. Okay? Not side by side. Okay? Here's an, and then over here. So, you can do everything like this. So, first one will be first one, second one will be second one, but third one will be, since we have like a multiplication sign over here, then what it does, it just does all. So, the last endings. So, these three is red. So, it'll do apple, banana, cherry, but the cherry, strawberry, raspberry is in a list. So, apple, banana, cherry, strawberry, raspberry, but it's in the list, okay? Same with this one. So, over here you gave first one, last one, and a multiplication sign before the middle one. So it just gives all of the middle ones, okay? Apple, then mango, papaya, pineapple in a list, and then finally cherry, okay? Notice how they have written it like this: green, tropical, and red. It doesn't matter about like what the name is. It doesn't work like that. You'll say green. What is green? Green is only apple. What is red? Red is only cherry. What are the tropicals? The tropicals are mango, papaya, pineapple. It doesn't work that way. It's all because of the orders and stuff. So first one being the first one, last one being the last one, and one with the multiplication means all of them, okay, in between. Now loop lists, loop tuples. So you can loop them by just adding this code. For x in this tuple, print x. So what it does, it will just write apple, banana, cherry, but not in a tuple form. You'll write apple first above, then below that banana, then below that cherry, like this. Okay? You can also use range and len functions to also do the same. For I in range len this tuple, print this tuple I. Okay? So same with this. It just did the same exact thing. And you can also use just the len, while and len. So while loop and len. So you can do while I less than len this tuple, print this tuple I equals to I plus 1. So yeah, it's just another way of writing this in a column form. Okay? That's it for day 9 of teaching Python. Come back tomorrow for day 10 of teaching Python. Bye!